I'm over here on one side of the Trinity River Park, as y'all can probably see. And if you can see, there's a bird in the water. My guess is maybe one of the egrets. Or maybe even a duck. And of course, the other side of that, the Trinity, this section of Trinity Park, they have that Mayfest right over there, off of University. But I'm over, I think the street I'm on is the Forest Park. I think it's called Forest Park Boulevard or whatever strip. It will take you to all the way to Papados if you like Cajun type food. Some people don't like Papados because it doesn't taste as good as the real stuff at the like Louisiana type stuff. Like the mom and pops Cajun restaurants in Louisiana. They do at least have a nice little trail on here. I can see if I can, what wildlife I can see on here, because there's times where I can see what look like possibly beavers swimming around on the shoreline that jumps into the water and swims off. Like I said, it looks like beavers. Like I've seen like upwards to about a dozen of them when I'm on this side of Trinity River. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's at least a turtle, where it looks like at least one turtle there. There's one that just swam off over there. See, there's a couple turtles, I guess, sunbathing out here. Trying to collect the sun. But there's two at least right there. I've seen people out here fishing. I'm not sure how safe it is to eat the fish from this lake or river, Trinity River. I guess if you eat the fish from the Trinity River, you have to eat it at your own risk. And of course, I've been, like I said, I've lived, because I lived here for so long, I've been on both sides of this river. Because that side has the little miniature train. Basketball courts over there, if you can see. It looks like they might be doing some work over there too, maybe. Almost looks like I can see the bottom of that. I guess no wildlife wants to be out at this time of day, because it's kind of like December, I think it's December 8th that I'm making this, and it's a little on the chilly side. I think when I did see all those little beavers on the shoreline jumping into, some of them jumping in the water, and some are already swimming in the water in April, a few years ago, within the past 2 years at least. I think somebody told me he canoed up and down the Trinity River before. When he first moved here about a few years ago. It looks like they were doing some work over there. Looks like they got the bridge blocked. Maybe got the bridge blocked off. Just because how that looks right there, it looks like they got the bridge blocked off, like you can't go across. I want you to go across. Now I could cross that bridge and get up on that bridge and show some old homes, but I've got stuff to do. And like I said, this is the only bridge I know of that you can use to get across at least safely on both sides of the bridge. One thing I've noticed about this bridge, I don't know the history of it or why, but people, for some reason, are putting padlocks on this bridge. Padlocks. Just a bunch of padlocks. I don't know the history of it or why. It looks like somebody says, I love you with my heart right there. I guess this is a way to tell people that they love people, but as you can tell, they closed off that section of the bridge. Papa does that way. I better hold on to my phone so it won't drop. if you do come out here, you'll probably notice there's trash. And of course, there's some more trash. Yeah, there's some trash floating in the river. Trash right there in the river. They say that they adopted this, but it doesn't, this stretch of the river. But it doesn't look like they're cleaning it up good enough. There's a can right there. Apparently that's I know if you can't, that's faded, but apparently what it's saying is that they don't want you to walk on that because they're worried about you sliding into the river, so they're warning not to go there, to that little strip, because they don't want people, you know, risk drowning. I wish they would at least do more of those bridges. Like, build more of those bridges to be able to cross from one side to the other, except that just that one. I guess that's to tell you to be warning to be, these rocks can get slippery at times, and you can slip and fall and hurt yourself. I have seen people fishing off over in that area. And the water treatment plant is right there. They do have some interesting looking Spanish looking style buildings over there. If you drive by, you notice that they kind of have those terracotta roofs. But it looks like I see some ducks up there. Ducks swimming in the water. But on this side of the Trinity River, or the forest, you'd have to get to the forest park area. They have these. These little snatchies. I guess the lighting don't want to work for me, but it says painting the Trinity. It looks like river owls. As you can tell, there's some ducks swimming. Ducks. I guess they're flying south for the winter. Have to make a little pitch stop over here. And there's some artwork over there that I guess they decided to make this side look nice. I wish they would put at least a few more trees over here, like the big trees like that one. Maybe like some pecan trees, peach trees. So far, it looks like the only wildlife I've seen here are basically ducks, and more ducks, and some turtles. I guess if I wanted to see anything else, I'd have to come back in April to make a video to see if there's anything out here when it's warmer. I think I've seen a train go on at least once or twice before. It looks like somebody across the river is actually fishing. One thing about these trails, you can see how short these things are, and people complain about how bicycle people can you could be walking and then out of nowhere a bicyclist will show up, and you have to be careful with those people on bikes. Some people like bicycling because they feel like, oh, I get more exercise, but some people actually like to walk. Actually, one of the reasons why people like the bicycle is for the exercise, and plus I feel like they can get more, cover more grounds on a bike. But you know, some people say, well, they like to hike because they like to enjoy seeing the scenery and take into the scenery. And that sign that said for a jewelry company makes me think of a jewelry company that one of their locations was downtown Fort Worth, and they closed down, I think, about a year ago. Which I kind of miss that place because I've been there a couple of times. And here's that, like, I guess it's a nice little bridge you could walk in. There's no way I can know to get down that direction, so unless I want to climb and possibly break my butt, I'm not doing it. But it looks like for the most part, all I see around here is the waterfowl. I think that's the train station right there. Maybe. I can't tell from this angle, but either it's a train, little miniature train station. You know, it could be a little gazebo. Hello. Seems like there's a lot of people out today for kind of a cool day. Like I said, the only one upside, but the other side of the river is just you can take your kids to burn off some energy with those playgrounds. They don't have that over here on this side. This side's probably better if you want to walk with a little bit with more without so many people, because that side gets more people. I think about a year, I know within the past 2 years, I think it was about a year or two ago, they tore that. I saw them watching them tear down that piece of property. That used to be, I think I saw a post on Facebook about Fort Worth. I think they said that, showing that used to be my guess is a steakhouse back in the probably 50s, 60s, because those steaks were like cheap, like a nice steakhouse, but the prices made me think, okay, that must be like 50s, 60s time frame for that price. There's a place right over there, I want to say it's a place that you can, if you're looking for costumes, they have costumes there. They have, like, if you're a magician, you want cards for, magic tricks to impress people, you can go over there. I got a pair of glasses over there that I liked. I wore them a couple times, but just don't get in the habit of wearing them on a regular basis. I think the only reason why I made this video is because I think I remember posting. I think I made a video about that side of the river and then and posted it. And I see the Children's Cook's Hospital over there. I have been to the pub nose over on this. That's basically over here. Last time I went there, I got the fry. It's basically, like, I see a Cobb salad with like fried crawfish in it. I told my mom, last time I said, I remember it used to be that $12.99 for 10 years ago. Now it's like $23.99. And it seems like they didn't put enough ingredients into that Cobb salad like it's like they charged you more and gave you less, so it's like a shrinkflation on that Papa Do's. I told my mom, if they can charge me 20, I think, like I said, I think it was $23.99 plus tax plus the drink. If you can charge people more, you should at least give them. Don't do shrinkflation on them. It was good, but like I said, it was shrinkflation type thing. That's the reason why I'm like, I'm not sure if I want. I told my mom, the only way I'd go back to Papa Do's is if I won like a big old Powerball jackpot, and I could actually afford that type of stuff. I'm started actually with Papa Do's. There's also Razoo's. I think, if I remember what it's called, but it's downtown Fort Worth, and it's like it's like a Cajun restaurant, which I've tried once. See, I think the first time I had been there, I had that. I think I was like crawfish etouffee, which was good. It cost like $20 plus tax, of course. I might start going there a little bit more just to test them out to see if they're just as good or better than Papa Do's. I might go after I gotta do what I gotta do over in this area. I might just go downtown and do Razoo's one more time. I think it was right over here where I seen some beavers on the shoreline. I feel like if there is beavers in what I've seen in this water, it looks like beavers. Maybe the city should take some of the wood and make a pile over here to see if the beavers want it, just to be nice to Mother Nature. It would probably be a good PR move. It looks like I guess it's an egret. I guess it looks like we got some fish. I said, it'd be nice if the city puts more trees like this, with more benches to sit on. Back there on this, I know they got porta potties on that side, but I wish they'd put at least one porta potty, at least over more, a little bit, maybe a few pots. At least one back there where they have the little place where you could park and picnic tables to eat at. I should have at least one porta potty, at least two porta potties there, just in case. But my guess, the city's kind of being a little stingy. But like I said, it'd be nice like to put a tree right over here. Should put a little bit more trees around here. Maybe actually, you know what? Another thing they could do is, city could do is put wildflowers over here, like blue bonnets. It would make it a little, I bet people would like, ooh, that looks nice with all the, like things like buttercups, blue bonnets, Indian paintbrushes, blanket flowers. Just go see it over here, because people like both sides of the embankment. That probably draw a lot of people here. I see that little train station over there. Tell some stairs over there. More ducks. Looks like a crane over there. You could possibly cross right there if you're careful, maybe. I don't know what the purpose this is for, but it has too much on it. This makes me kind of think of the little houses in Monopoly. Like just the small version and the bigger version. Like I said, they say safety first. Like I said, you could probably cross that when it's not flooding, but they don't want you to cross it when it's too slippery and lose your life. Like I said, I don't know if y'all can notice that little white crane in the distance. And a duck, it looks like, on the shoreline. Looks like it's trying to eat some grass. But like I said, here's a white crane. I'm surprised there's not more of him right around here. I guess that duck wants some peace and quiet. I'm on the back side of Papado's right there. Actually, Papado's right there. I've been to that location multiple times. And that is the Mexican version of Papado's. I don't think I've been to that. I've been to one of those, but it's the one over there near Cowboy Stadium a few times. It's okay. They had Papa Burgers over here, but apparently they tore that Papa Burgers down. Don't know why. See, I think I'm trying to think about where that Papa's Burgers was. I know it's a little noisy with the highway. I think this was the parking lot for Papa Burgers. I'm almost thinking that Papa Burgers is like right where I'm standing. I think the only reason I say you can probably see some evidence of it was, I think it was like right around here. I think they had like the handicap spots right here. But I know it was somewhere right around here is the Papa's Burgers, which is basically Papado's version of a burger place. I don't know why they closed it, but I've been to that location once. That's the only time I've been to a Papa Burgers. If it was still open, I might have gone there. But they closed it. But hey, what can I do? Yeah, I was just jumping off of probably a 2-foot wall. I know this video is going to be longer than what it should be, but at least this is proof I've been in this area of Fort Worth.